Well, hello. In this short video, I am going to try to explain the difference between irregular iterators and constant iterators. And I have an example here just to show you the difference between them. So let me just jump into the main function before anything. I have two vectors, v1 and v2. I don't need to have two vectors, but I'm just having two vectors here. Both of them are type integer, and then I have two functions, function 1 and function 2, and I'm passing v1 and v2 here for each one of them. Let's have a look at each one of those functions. So function 1 have a no return data type. Is going to receive a reference of the vector, and what I'm doing here basically, I'm creating a regular iterator, and I'm calling it begin, and I'm assigning it to the beginning of the vector. And here I have a simple for loop that's going to go through the elements of that vector to show them on the screen. Not a big deal. We know what it is. And then this is just to go to the new line. Now for the function 2, I'm doing exactly the same thing, only this time I'm using the constant iterator. Now with the constant iterator, as you can see here, I have the exact same code. So calling both of those functions should give me the same results because I'm just having access to those elements and printing them on the screen with no problem. Now, what I know is constant iterator basically, just like the regular iterator, will give you access to the value inside that container, which is v in this case. But if you try to modify it, constant iterator will not allow you to do that. So let's go ahead and run this program just to prove that. Here we go. This is vector 1, this is vector 2. So I do have access to both of them with no problems. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here and do the following. I'm going to just try to modify, let's say, plus equal 10. Okay? So when I do this, plus equal 10, every single item here in this vector 1 is going to be increased by 10. So it's going to be 11, 12, 13, 14, all the way to 16. Now, when I try to do the same exact thing, and let me just copy it from here and put it in vector 2, you would notice immediately I'm getting an error here. And if we put the mouse here, it's going to tell you here this is a constant error. You're not allowed to modify that value. And now if I run it, I'll get an error. And now if I just go, okay, well, this is not what I was, but here it is. Being cannot be assigned to a variable that is a constant. So basically, I cannot change it. Now, if I just comment this part and run it again, you'll notice here, this is vector 1, this is vector 2. And yet again, let's just go back through this. This keyword constant basically means you can use the iterator to navigate through the items, but the moment you try to change them, you will not allow to do that. And that's the main difference between those